promised you a great main event.
WrestleMania! My God, what a... Ladies and gentlemen, it is electric. The champ is here.
Raw enters a new era. The Ric Flair era. An era that promises to be more exciting and action-filled than ever before. Also have the personal honor tonight of presenting the new undisputed championship belt.
The Big Show is going to have eyes on him in this match coming up next. And here, Sheamus off the top and John Cena with the roll through. Oh gosh, the referee. The bro kick. And the Big Show just knocked out Sheamus. We need a referee out here. Wait a minute. There's Ric Flair. He has a referee shirt. And John Cena, attitude adjustment. 1, 2. And John Cena is the #1 contender. Ric Flair's new era of Raw. John Cena is the top of the mountain. The #1 contender. Will he win at the King of the Ring? We'll find out and we'll see you next week. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to SWE Raw. We are live here tonight from San Antonio, Texas, as the King of the Ring qualifiers will be continuing this week. Here you can see updated brackets of the King of the Ring tournament thus far. This is the second week of qualifying matches in the last and final week, as we're going to see the phenomenal AJ Styles going one-on-one with Bobby Lashley. That is a contest that we have never seen before, and we're going to see tonight. And also, it's going to be Cesaro Claudio Castagnoli will be going one-on-one with the ring general Gunther, making his debut here on Raw. And we're also going to see history in the making as in our main event. The Raw Women's Championship will be on the line. Charlotte Flair puts up the Women's Championship against Rhea Ripley tonight in the main event.
Raw is Jericho! And this is the highlight reel! Look at all the people here tonight! This is the night! This is the night! The night! This is it! This is the night people have been buzzing about for weeks and weeks and weeks. He's a star on the rise. He's a diamond in the rough. Ladies and gentlemen, my first guest, John Cena!
And Chris Jericho has a huge guest here tonight. It's going to be his #1 contender, the man who Jericho will face at the King of the Ring for the World Heavyweight Championship, John Cena, a guest here tonight on the highlight reel. And John Cena, the man who became the #1 contender last week after defeating Sheamus in a #1 contenders match. He earned the opportunity and the right to face Chris Jericho for the World Heavyweight Championship. And he will get it at the King of the Ring. But here on the highlight reel, this is not John Cena's first appearance, as John Cena was on the highlight reel on episode 4 of Raw. And at that time, he was actually the champion. But how times have changed.
Well. Back on the highlight reel again, man. Thanks for having me.
Wow.
And it looks like Sacktown is hella excited tonight.
You're right, the crowd is excited, and so am I, John. Johnny boy. John.
Chris.
I gotta give you congratulations because you are doing great. You're hot, baby. But I just wanted to remind you of a couple things because I am an undisputed champion. So if you please turn to the obscenely, uniquely expensive Geratron 5000. Roll the clip, monkeys, and let's check it out.
Flipped off Goldberg and there's a spear. Oh, it's Chris Jericho. What is he doing out here? Wait a minute. Goldberg spear. Sami Zayn. Oh my gosh, Jericho. Chris Jericho's just cashed in his Money in the Bank. The winner of this bout and the new World Heavyweight Champion and IWF Champion, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho cashed in his Money in the Bank opportunity and has just become the IWF and World Heavyweight Champion.
I bestow upon you the honor of presenting me undisputed champion. What do you think of that, Junior?
I think it's a pretty one-sided interview, but you know what? I ain't gonna knock it. Bro, you rocked it. And you got a lot of good things going. Thanks for having me. Good luck to you.
Wait a second. You sanctimonious son of a bitch. Let me remind you of something. Yeah, I'm in your face. I want to remind you of who you're talking to. I have reached legendary status in the years I've been in this business. John, I'm a much, much bigger star than you are.
So that's what this is about. The title. You tell everybody that you have it all, that you've done it all. But Chris, deep down inside, and I can see it in your eyes, hell, I can feel it. You're nothing without the title. You're the first to tell everybody you're on top of the world. Allow me to be the first to tell you that you're an asshole.
Wow, John Cena calling Jericho, and well, I'm not going to repeat it, but
Come out here every week bragging about yourself, tooting your own horn, selling yourself out. You're trying to slip one by these people. I remember when Raw really was Jericho. But now, Jericho is cheap.
oh! Jericho just slapped Cena, and Cena taking down Jericho. The fight is on with right hands, and I think Jericho hit Cena with a thumb in the eye. Well, at the King of the Ring, nothing will keep these two men away from each other as Chris Jericho will face John Cena for the first time in this company at the King of the Ring for the biggest prize here on Raw, the World Heavyweight Championship. I want to show you what happened earlier tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in the parking lot between The Big Show and Sheamus. Sheamus put The Big Show. I've never seen anything like this. I heard reports about this. 500 pounds of The Big Show over his shoulder and through a car window. Wait a minute, we're back, and Kane is brawling with Edge here. And we got some chaos happening tonight as Kane just hit Edge with the back of the steel chair. Now, wait a minute. Kane looking to crush. Oh, he's looking to crush Edge right there with that garage door, and Edge with a steel chain onto Kane. Or Edge, I'd get out of the arena. And Kane just sat up and now he's following Edge. Well, we're going to stay with that later on, but coming up, the King of the Ring qualifier will be coming up. It'll be AJ Styles going one-on-one with Bobby Lashley. That match is coming up next.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Colorado Springs, weighing in at 273 pounds, the almighty Bobby
Well,
Lashley.
Seth Rollins taking a seat here, prepared to look at this match. Who will he face at the King of the Ring will be determined in this match, as it will be either Bobby Lashley or AJ Styles who will move on next week in the semifinals to determine who will face Seth Rollins at the King of the Ring itself. And Lashley competing here on Raw, and this is his, I believe, his second singles match here on Raw. And he will be facing a man who is experienced with the King of the Ring.
Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
AJ Styles competed in the King of the Ring tournament in 2019. Made it all the way up until the semifinals, where he faced off against Bray Wyatt and was unsuccessful. But here tonight, AJ Styles is looking to right those wrongs and perhaps gain a modicum of success here this year in the King of the Ring. In this King of the Ring tournament, ladies and gentlemen, made its return. It was a little bit of a last minute thing, as there's a lockup here between Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles. These two men facing off for the first time here on Raw, first time here in SWE. And AJ Styles with right hands onto Lashley. Now some kicks to the midsection. Uh-oh, Lashley, the power of Lashley, sending AJ Styles across the ring. And now Bobby Lashley with elbows right to the face of AJ Styles. Bobby Lashley, who is the current hardcore champion. And Lashley, there's neck breaker onto AJ Styles. Cover from Lashley, got a 2 count. Referee only got a 2 count out of that. Referee Austin here making the count. And now Bobby Lashley. Wait a minute. Styles. Right hands on Lashley. Styles off the ropes. A drop kick on Lashley. Lashley doesn't go off of his feet. Standing Enzuigiri doesn't take him off, but there's a leg sweep. And now AJ Styles, he's going to work on the leg of Lashley. It's a great strategy here from AJ Styles to chop down Lashley with those elbows to the knee. And now, well, Lashley was powered out. And speaking of powering, that shoulder tackle. And Lashley, oh my gosh, that Irish whip. Folks, who will win this match? Who will qualify? We'll find out when we come back. And we're back here on Raw, and it's been all domination, all Bobby Lashley. Lashley, 100% since the opening bell, sending AJ Styles into that ring post. And now Seth Rollins, as you can see, watching on from backstage. Rollins has to have some vested interest in who wins this matchup. 1-2, and the referee gets a 2 count. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're here in San Antonio. We're going to be making several stops as SWE Raw will be going on tour in the next coming weeks. Live events all across the West Coast. In California, get your tickets now to see the SWE roster compete in a live town near you. As next week we will be emanating from Washington. He's got Lashley down, the almighty. And look at these shots from AJ Styles. AJ Styles, those right hands repeatedly. I think AJ's getting frustrated. And Lashley with a spine buster takes down AJ Styles. 1-2 and a kick out from Styles. Now Lashley shaking off the cobwebs and a strong Irish whip into the corner. Styles may be done here, and a kick out from Styles. MVP can't believe it. And now giving some words to Lashley. Lashley looking a little bit dominating in this outing here with AJ Styles. I should say maybe more of a seesaw matchup here. Styles. Lashley was going for a suplex. Styles put the brakes on. Look at this. Lashley put the brakes on. Lashley's got AJ up and now. Hung him out to dry off the top rope. Bobby Lashley now looking to recover, and AJ Styles making his way back to his feet. Wait a minute. Oh, Lashley was going for a spear, I believe. AJ sent him into the turnbuckle. Now AJ's measuring him. Phenomenal forearm. Takes down Lashley. Styles gets to the cover. 2 and a kick out. Lashley kicked out of the phenomenal forearm, which came out of nowhere. And Lashley is down and out. And now AJ Styles must feel like he has some kind of momentum here. He's going to look to capitalize. AJ Styles is calling for the... Well, I thought he was calling for the Styles Splash. And look at this. AJ Styles turned this... Oh my gosh, he's got Lashley on his shoulder. And wait a minute, Lashley lifting up the power of the running power slam. And a kick out from AJ Styles. I want to just... Wait a minute. We got some trouble here. The club... Well, I was just going to say the incredible strength and resiliency of AJ Styles. And he's throwing up that symbol to the... Wait a minute. Austin. That's Austin. The Texas Rattlesnake is here. Austin just struck. He's striking the club. And AJ Styles. Spear. Spear from Lashley. 1, 2. Lashley is qualified.
Here is your winner, the almighty Bobby Lashley.
Thanks to Stone Cold Steve Austin, AJ Styles' plan was put on ice as Lashley got the victory here tonight. And Seth Rollins better take a notice of that. Impressive from Lashley, but I think AJ Styles and Austin, oh man. We're back live, ladies and gentlemen, here on Raw.
Stone Cold. I gotta say it louder.
Styles has been calling out Austin.
Stone Cold. Is it your ego? What was it? The spotlight? It's gonna cost you.
Wow. And here comes the Texas Rattlesnake. He's coming back out to the ring. Styles may have bitten off more than he can chew with Austin. And wait a minute. Austin, stunner. The Stone Cold stunner on AJ Styles. A little payback. And speaking of that, Charlotte Flair wants to get some payback on Rhea Ripley. After last week, Rhea Ripley made her debut. Well, now she's going to be facing the women's champion. And coming up, ladies and gentlemen, there you see that Lashley is qualified. The next matchup in the King of the Ring will be between Cesaro and Gunther. Who will get the victory? Will it be Claudio or will it be Gunther? We'll find out later tonight. Will it be Claudio or will it be Gunther? We'll find out later. Last week, it was Seth Rollins versus Kofi Kingston in a qualifying match. And we want to show you that it was so close for Kofi Kingston after that boom drop. He almost had Seth Rollins, and he almost qualified for the King of the Ring. However, Kofi went for the Trouble in Paradise, got caught out, and Rollins with the curb stomp, Rollins with the victory, and it will be Seth Rollins who moved on and got the bye, actually. We'll be going straight to the King of the Ring.
Honestly, I'm not even surprised. There was never any chance for you to actually win.
What the? That's Samoa Joe! Samoa Joe! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! We need some help back there. Gosh almighty! Through a table! Well, Samoa Joe making his return in a big way. Backstage, the New Day feeling the power and the wrath. And speaking of two men who are dominant and powerful.
Competitor Randy Orton and the Animal Batista. Evolution.
The leader of Evolution, Triple H, may not be on Raw thanks to the draft. However, Evolution is still together. Ric Flair running the show. But there you see Randy Orton and Batista, the tag team champions, and we want to explain that situation. Ric Flair and Batista won the tag team titles, however, due to Ric Flair now being named the general manager of Raw, he has given up the title to Randy Orton as a honorary member, or I should say as a official member of Evolution, and I guess he has the right to do so as the general manager of Raw. In this open challenge for the tag team titles, oh my!
And their opponent, at a combined weight of 92 pounds, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, the Street Profits.
The Street Profits are here in SWE, and they are looking for the gold. Here tonight, will they get it? We'll find out, ladies and gentlemen, in this matchup. And I did want to make a little bit of a reference here. This is an open challenge. This wasn't made an open challenge to any tag team, as Evolution has felt that they've had no real competition here on Raw. And well, they decided to put the World Tag Team Championships on the line here. And look at Orton stepping in front of Batista, who I thought was going to start this matchup off. Getting in the face of Batista here. Orton wants to start this match. And it's Orton versus Ford here. Ford backed up Orton into that corner really quickly. And now Montez getting in the head of Randy Orton. I mean, Orton already hears those voices in his head. As here we go, both men going into the lockup once more. And Ford again has Orton in the ropes in that corner. And Orton, cheap shot to the gut. And now side headlock from Randy Orton. Orton off the ropes, goes forward. Look at this. Off the ropes goes Orton, I should say, in those two drop kicks, and then, or I should say, those two leapfrogs in that drop kick. Here comes Dawkins off the tag, and Montez forward. Moonsault and a kick out. Tag team offense here and all of this. Two big men, Dawkins and Batista. Squirming off, look at this slugfest. And Dawkins is getting the better of the animal. And a clothesline from Batista. Batista has a cover and a kick out. Batista now sends... Oh, Dawkins off the ropes. And Dawkins takes down Batista. And look at those spinning elbow. 1, 2. It was two spinning elbows to Batista. One in the off the ropes and one in the corner. Now double team suplex from the Street Profits. 1, 2, and a kick out from Batista. While the animal kicks out and gets out of the ring. Folks, we'll find out who will win this tag team match when we come back. And we're back, and Orton stomping away at Ford. A knee drop from Orton, and Montez Ford gets a shoulder up. Orton now looks to tag in Batista, and here comes Batista. And these two men, Orton and Batista, have been working as a well-oiled machine in a suplex. Takes down Ford in a kick out. Batista, he really has been saying that he feels that his power slam from Batista. He feels that his time and his skills are being wasted as he's not being used here as often as he'd like to on Raw. And this matchup is an opportunity for Batista. Side headlock from the animal now onto Montez Ford. Ford looking to fight his way back to his feet. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. He does. Montez, jawbreaker. I think that was the second one we've seen. And there's a spine buster from Batista. And a kick out from Ford. And Orton wants the tag, demanding the tag. And now here comes Orton into the ring with a side headlock once again. Montez Ford is really being isolated from his partner Angelo Dawkins here. Orton with that side headlock. Wrenching in and wrenching out. Tagging in and out as Evolution. Standing Enziguri stuns Orton. And here comes Angelo Dawkins. Oh man, he just came into the ring and got that power slam from Orton. Orton trying to shake off the cobwebs. Dawkins on the apron. Orton now knows he's got Dawkins where he wants him. And now Orton. DDT. 1, 2, and a kick out. Dawkins kicked out of the DDT. That was vintage Orton. Tag out, and here comes Batista. Orton is disappointed in a spine buster. Onto Dawkins this time, and Dawkins gets his shoulder up. And Orton can't believe it. These two men, the Street Profits, have been dominating and resilient. And Orton tagged himself in. Oh, he just got shoved into Batista. There's the RKO! RKO on Dawkins by Orton. Wait a minute, who's this? Somebody just entered the ring. Referee didn't see it. And a splash. Montez Ford. Montez Ford has done it. The Street Profits are the tag team champions. The Street Profits are the world tag team champions. And Randy Orton, that's Shawn Michaels. That was Shawn Michaels. And Batista is looking on. Batista with a smirk on his face as Shawn Michaels has just cost Evolution the World Tag Team Championship. And Randy Orton with that cold stare. But we've got new Raw World Tag Team Champions. Oh my, we just had a massive title change, and well, coming up it's gonna be Gunther going one-on-one with Cesaro, making his debut tonight. Here tonight on Raw is Gunther.
Let me introduce myself. I am der Ringgeneral Gunther, Ringer von Herzen. And tonight, when that bell rings, I'll make you understand that you do not belong in the main event.
Hey, Randy. Hey, man, I get it. You're upset. Well, let's talk.
Listen, Rick, I don't need you or anybody else's advice. Listen, you know what? Stay the hell out of my way unless you want to find out why they call me the Legend Killer.
The following in contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing Imperium from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 297 pounds, Gunther!
Well, here comes the man who calls himself the Ring General, Gunther, making his debut here on Raw and in SWE. But he's going to be facing off against the man who's making his return.
Switzerland, weighing in at 232 pounds,
Cesaro making his return to action, and he will be going one-on-one with Gunther, arguably one of the most intimidating men in the squared circle. However, this match is definitely going to be won, and it's going to be a classic. And Seth Rollins is definitely going to be watching this one. Starting off the bell, and here we go. Look at these uppercuts from both Cesaro and Gunther, and oh man, an open hand swat to the chest from Gunther. And Cesaro with that corkscrew uppercut, European uppercut off the top rope. That's how this matchup started with these two, with those European uppercuts. And there's a drop kick from Gunther after that uppercut in the corner from Cesaro. Oh my goodness, did you see that shot? Nearly caving in the chest of Cesaro. And now choking Cesaro with his boot is Gunther. And oh, Cesaro counters it. Man, again chopped. Gunther lifted Cesaro up, and Cesaro was able to put the brakes on that. Just slapped Cesaro. And that boot to the face from Gunther. Gunther's a vicious competitor, folks. Oh my gosh, another chop out of the corner. Cesaro, he caught Gunther with that boot, and Gunther responded with a chop. And I think he's ticked off now because he just suplexed Cesaro. That knee was stiff. Cesaro's had back and neck injuries here in this company. And Gunther just went after it with that knee to the spine. Gunther's a nasty competitor. You can see he doesn't wear any knee pads. He's very traditional. And there's a suplex from Cesaro to takes down Gunther. Both of these men. And now Cesaro with a clothesline. Wait a minute. Both of these men are hard hitters. And look at this Cesaro swing on Gunther. And Cesaro, sharpshooter, sharpshooter, sharpshooter by Cesaro. Cesaro may have this matchup won. And Gunther, oh, he crossed to the ropes. Able to get the break on the hold. Reaching the ropes, and now Cesaro going for that Gotch neutralizer, I believe. And Gunther, oh man, he just sent Cesaro catapulted into that turnbuckle. There's the powerbomb from Gunther. And Gunther has just beat Cesaro. Gunther will be going on to the King of the Ring, and Cesaro unfortunately will not. Gunther is with Victor here tonight, and there you see staring into the camera those cold eyes of that Austrian. Well, coming up, ladies and gentlemen, Charlotte Flair will be putting up the Women's Championship on the line in the main event. The first ever time the Women's Championship will be defended in the main event of Raw here in this company. I can't get over what we just saw, ladies and gentlemen. Nia Jax just taking out Natalya, but the Women's Championship will be on the line up next here on Raw. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, San Antonio, Texas.
Making her way to the ring from Adelaide, Australia,
Rhea Ripley, the woman who made her debut in an emphatic way last week, as she laid out Charlotte Flair, declaring that this will be her kingdom now, and that Charlotte will have to bow down to her. And we will see if that will be the case, as Charlotte Flair will be competing here in the first time since Backlash in that last woman standing match against Becky Lynch. A match in which Becky Lynch suffered injuries, and Charlotte Flair is dealing with a nagging knee injury as well. But she is here to put the Women's Championship on the line. Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley here in San Antonio. This is the main event. Folks, we've taken our last commercial break. We will be with this match for the duration of the show, as history is being made here in SWE and in the history of Raw. The Women's Championship being defended in the main event. As Charlotte and Rhea with a stare down here. Neither looks intimidated, and Charlotte Flair here grabs Rhea Ripley in a side headlock to start off this contest, and it's Rhea with the takedown, a shoulder takedown onto Charlotte. Charlotte was the aggressor in this at the beginning, and now Rhea Ripley with a side headlock. Charlotte off the ropes, and now Rhea Ripley gets sent down to the mat. Charlotte Flair styling and profiling like her father, and Rhea Ripley aggressive, taking out Flair, and now Flair with those chops into the corner on Rhea Ripley. Oh, Charlotte sent over the top rope, and now look at this. Flair. Cross body. 1, 2, and a kick out. Rhea Ripley was able to kick out of that cross body from Charlotte Flair. Those right hands from Charlotte. Oh, look at this. On the shoulders goes Flair. Electric chair from Rhea Ripley. 1, 2 and a kick out from Charlotte. And now kicks to Charlotte Flair from Rhea Ripley. And Rhea now looking to wear down the Queen, the Women's Champion. This is the debut match for Rhea Ripley. And her debut match is a women's title match. And look at this Rhea Ripley, that that body scissors. Ripley talking trash to Charlotte Flair and squeezing on those body scissors. And wait a minute, Charlotte was able to countered out of the body scissors. And look at this. Rhea went for her boot and got caught in that roll up. And Charlotte backbreaker. Oh, but Rhea with those shots to the spine and the midsection. And Rhea Ripley with a German suplex. And Charlotte. Oh, I thought Charlotte was going to be beaten there. Charlotte getting to her knees here, trying to build some momentum. And look at that short arm clothesline from Rhea Ripley. And there's a second one. I've never seen Charlotte Flair fighting from underneath like this. And Charlotte with a defiant right hand. And Charlotte will not be defeated. She will not back down. She will not quit. Chops now to Rhea Ripley. Something has woken up into Charlotte Flair. And Charlotte, a chop to the knee. And oh, wait a minute, look at that. Roll up from Rhea Ripley. Rhea now looking to take out Charlotte. Charlotte, suplex. Oh, and there's a nip up from Charlotte Flair. Charlotte going for the figure 4, figure 8. The figure 8 from Charlotte Flair. Rhea Ripley is in trouble. Will Rhea tap out? Will Rhea Ripley tap out? And Rhea Ripley gets to the bottom rope. And Charlotte with that chop to the knee. Vicious. That natural selection. That's what won the Women's Championship. Oh, I was going to say that's what made Charlotte Flair retain the Women's Championship. 2 moves Charlotte Flair used already in this match. A figure 8. Wait a minute. Oh, that moonsault off the top rope. 4 moves now. Or I should say 3 moves now. The figure 8, which allowed her to win the Women's Championship at WrestleMania. She delivered the natural selection and the moonsault, which allowed her to win at Backlash. And Rhea Ripley was just stepped over Flair to break the count. And Flair made it back in somehow. At the count of 8. And both women now are in this match. And the crowd here in Texas, San Antonio, showing their appreciation for women's wrestling. As Rhea Ripley takes down Flair and Flair gets a shoulder up. And now Charlotte. What she gotta do here to... Oh, wait a minute. Rhea Ripley, I thought she was going for that riptide again. Spear! Spear from Charlotte. 1, 2, and oh, Rhea Ripley gets her boot on the rope. Charlotte Flair has done, I think, everything she can in this match. I think Charlotte Flair has done everything in her arsenal. And she still is not able to put away Rhea Ripley. And now Charlotte Flair's measuring Rhea Ripley. Oh, sidestep into the ring post. Headbutt. Oh no, Rhea. Riptide. Riptide. 1, 2. Rhea Ripley has done it. Rhea Ripley is the new women's champion.
Here is your winner, the women's champion, Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley has just made history here on Raw. She has just won the women's championship in her debut match. Rhea Ripley standing tall. And there you see Naomi backstage watching on. Charlotte Flair wiping the tears away as she fought her heart out to retain the women's championship. There you see Rhea was going for the riptide. Off the shoulders, Flair hit the spear. And we thought it would be it, but Rhea got her foot on the bottom rope. Then again, Flair was going for another spear. Sidestepped and then headbutted. And it was the riptide once again, just like last week, but this time it has given Rhea Ripley the women's championship. Well, Rhea Ripley now has dominated the Queen and will be the women's champion moving forward. Wait a minute. Well, we're backstage and there's Kane, who was chasing Edge earlier tonight. Oh gosh, we need some help back there. We need some help here. Wait, no, no, that's Ric Flair. No, 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 no. Oh my gosh. Edge is just... Edge. Oh no. Oh no.